Hello and welcome to a very wet Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. I've been waiting all day for the rain to subside. It's just starting to go slightly, but it's still drizzly. And well, I hope you're sitting comfortably. I've had a little bit of exercise. I've been digging up some more potatoes, but there's a story behind the blue ones, and I'll explain in the next segment. Welcome once again to Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. I hope you are sitting comfortably. I hope you've got a cuppa in the warmth with your feet up. And well, welcome to the show. You win some and you lose some here on the allotment. And well, I thought I'd have some purple or blue mashed potato. Well, I said to my wife, I'm going to go down to the allotment and I'll dig the salad blues up. So I have done. And well, they're a little disappointing. They're a little small. I know they're salad blues, I understand, but some are growing a little bigger, and well, some just aren't. I think the problem being with these is they went in. These were the first ones in, so these were the early ones, and we had a lot of hot weather for a great period. And believe it or not, I think they've bolted. I think they've actually produced more leaves on top than they have produced below. And the reason I'm saying this is because alongside those, I must have planted some of the Caras. And well, the Cara, and I'll take a photograph, this is off one plant, and they were planted in May, early May. And so they've had the rain and the sunshine. They've had a better combination. Whereas the blues, well, they're just really lots and lots of sunshine. Even though I was watering regularly every single day, lots of water, they seem to have produced lots of shoots above the ground. It does happen. It just shows you, doesn't it? The combination of the weather and, well, we were fearful of having potato blight. We haven't had that. We've just had, as I say, recently more rain. They're still usable though. I'll take some photographs. And, well, it's going to be odd though, isn't it? Because they really do look, I know they're a bit muddy at the moment, but if we peel this back here, a beautiful purple inside. It'd be strange eating mashed potato that's not creamy white. However, we're going to give it a go. And of course, I'll report back on the results. As I say, a little disappointing. And well, it's good to get them out now because obviously they have been in quite a long time actually. But well, we do have creatures around. If they're in too long, then they'll get eaten by the slugs and anything else that's down there that wants a potato. But it's making way actually for the rest of the stuff. And I'd forgotten, I've planted, and I don't know whether I think they're pumpkins actually. There's two down here having a whale of a time. So once all this greenery comes out, because I'll be digging more potatoes up over the next couple of weeks, they'll have plenty of freedom in order to expand and get their leaves out there. In fact, I've got up one, I think, and that again, I think it's a squash actually, under the covers where my cabbages are that I had to cover to keep the birds off. It's interesting, isn't it? And well, gosh, it really is raining. We may have to go inside the greenhouse. Not for me, I'm not bothered, but the camera, of course, and the rest of the equipment out here. Well, what a shame. But looking forward to them. Onwards and upwards. You never know what's going to come out of the ground once you start digging things up. Well, I've made it back inside the greenhouse and well, it really is starting to pour down again. Yes, salad blues, very disappointing, but that's how it goes, as I said, outside. It really is. But we've got lots of other potatoes, so we're going to be fine. And yeah, I'm going to have it for tea. That'll be very exciting. Lots of things actually starting to appear here on the allotment. I noticed the other day, and I've not seen it appear. I don't know why, but a very small, what's called a teddy bear sunflower has appeared near my raspberry bush. And well, here's a photograph of it. And it's just on its own. They normally come in groups, but one teddy bear has grown. I've always wanted to grow them. I'll have them go next year. My other sunflowers, however, they're getting really tall, as me, so about, oh well, some have gone 6 foot high. And well, I've just looked up again, and one's opened up, and it's absolutely beautiful. What do you think to this one? Beautiful colours. and I've got plenty of those on the allotment, so we'll have lots of colour shortly in the next few days and weeks, depending if we get more sunshine, of course. I'm here next to some tomatoes. I've got 6 tomato plants in here at the moment, and they're all doing pretty well. They are now held up by rods, and well, good for them. We've got in obviously in grow bags, so fingers crossed. These have come on really nicely because they were struggling. These were little plants that I've grown myself, and they were struggling, but they've done really well. They're coming on. I've also, surprisingly, got some more peppers. Again, grown from seed, which I'm really, really pleased about because I've tried in the past, and they're really difficult to grow. So I'm very, very pleased with those. Speaking of peppers, we'll pop to the other greenhouse now, and well, both of my pepper plants really are enjoying the hot greenhouse. The doors close all the time. It gets really warm in there once the sun's on it. It doesn't take much sun to get heat in there. And they've both now got peppers on, which is fantastic. Just behind one of the peppers is my loofahs. I've got 2 loofahs that have actually come on. There's another loofah, but it's still only tiny, whereas the other 2 have really grown. And we've got some loofahs coming. Isn't that exciting? I can't wait. They're not very big at the moment, but they will be. And it's interesting actually because I was at the pet shop today buying some straw and hay for the rabbit, and they've got some toys, and they're made out of loofahs for them to nibble on, to gnaw on. I've never thought about that. They have been coloured, so I'm not going to go down that route. But if we get some here, I can feed them to the rabbit, and they use them as a play tool to help keep them and stop them being bored. Isn't that fantastic? And new use for the loofah. Never thought about that. Would never even gone that way. We've also in there got some butternut squash. I was a bit fearful at first of these butternut squashes because again, they seemed to be struggling. They weren't developing very well. Well, they've just gone mad in the last few days and weeks because of the sun. We've had lots and lots of sunshine. It's really helped it. They do get watered. I have to water them with my watering can. And well, I've built a frame now for them to grow along. Although one of them, I've left it on the ground because it was putting roots out into the ground. So I thought, well, it can trail happily round the base of the greenhouse while the others are growing upwards, and we'll see what the difference is and see the difference in whether they get a bigger butternut squash or smaller ones. There's also a tomato battling in there for space, and well, again, struggling on it, doing really well now. Got some flowers on, so fingers crossed we'll get some off those. It's nice that things are finally coming, and I'm at a stage now as well where, and I've held off with this because these are sprouts, and I've held off putting them in the ground until they're a lot stronger. These were the ones that were attacked and virtually eaten away. There was hardly anything left of them, and they've been in here. They're well watered. They now need potting on because the roots are coming through the bottom, and well, they're going a little bit brown on some of the tips, so I need to get them in to the outside, but I'm not doing that today. Now it's throwing it down with rain. So isn't that exciting? Really, really good. Aren't I the lucky one? As I keep saying, I'm very lucky I have the space to grow things, but you don't need space. You need a bucket and some soil. That's all you need. You can grow carrots, you can grow garlic. Now, I've got some garlic off, a bit disappointed. I've got a few off here, not as much as I thought, but then again, I don't know how much I actually put in, but I've got a couple of really, well, fairly decent size, a bit small, but I'm going to look at growing some more this year, possibly in tubs, although they do dry out. I tend to dry out a lot in tubs, or I might dedicate an area next year to growing garlic. That might be my new plant to grow. Maybe not, but maybe. Well, once again, thank you very much for watching Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. It's really lovely to have you on board, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Before I go, though, I have to leave you. I'm so proud of this. I don't know why. I have three golden raspberries on my bush, and here's a photograph. Aren't they magnificent? And yeah, we're having some more raspberries off. I've had the last, I think, of the strawberries, but they are now putting the long shoots out. If you've never grown strawberries before and you see these long shoots coming out, don't cut them off. What you need to do is find them some soil, stick them in the soil, either in, a plant pot. Find yourself a plant pot, put some soil in, put the end in there, because what you'll have at the end, you'll have a brand new strawberry plant, all for free. I've got about 10 of those, So that means I can expand, hopefully, next year with 10 new plants, which means more strawberries. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. As I say, once again, thank you very much for watching Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. It means a great deal to have you on board, and I'll see you shortly here, and hopefully a drier Yorkshire allotment. Ta-ra for now.